put 2 drives together here. The first one they scored fairly quickly. That one there was a sustained drive. Our defense was holding on, but just had too many holes in our defense right now to stop them and keep them out of the end zone. And it's putting us in a 2-score deficit early here in this game. And let's see if our offense can step up and put a drive together. Last week we put a couple of good drives together.
Definitely.
Let's see if we can do the same thing here tonight. Our return team is on the field. We got Josiah Brown and Travion Richardson back deep. Kind of up a little bit. We got number 11, Tyron Dean, and number 36, DeAnthony Green.
This guy's got some leg on him. He's not big at all, but he's got some leg. And see how
he kicks a high one and heads to the top side, and it was going to be out of bounds, but I think they're going to call offsides on Vidalia.
So that's going to back them up 5 yards and put them on the 35 here.
You know, Joe, I've seen that probably more this year than I've ever seen that call, even in the youth level, because you're preaching it constantly, not to cross that line to the ball's kick. But it seems like almost every week we get 1 or 2 of those calls every week.
Yeah, they're definitely watching it closer. And there's been, over the years in the past, there's been times, Heath, that I have said, my goodness, you know, they've had players in front of the ball and it never gets called. So it's probably something the association has preached on and got these guys saying, hey, we got to do a better job at this.
They're going to re-kick it. He's got it teed up.
And it looked like they had another one across. But
end over end. Number 2, Travion Richardson gets it. He tries to bounce it to the top side, and, man, he's swallowed up by a couple of Indians right there. Their speed is matched to our speed pretty good right there in that play.
So it's only going to be about a 3-yard return on the kickoff here. It's going to bring up first down. And
Raider Nation, I appreciate your patience with the little technical difficulty we had. We are now live. It is 3 minutes and 43 seconds in the first quarter, and your Raiders trail 13-0. 3 minutes, 43 seconds in the first quarter.
He's on our side of the 50 and then go on in the score here. We come out. We got the Twins down at the bottom. 1 tight end up top. Slot back up to the top side. 1 running back in the backfield with Cozy batting at quarterback. Cozy surveys the field. Gets the snap. Hands it off.
No, he keeps it. And we got a flag on the play, so they're going to bring him down after about a 8-yard gain on the play, but looks like this penalty is going to be on us.
I tell you what, now that was a great fake on Cozy because I was watching Josiah take off on the top side. And
yeah, he pulled it, and it was a very good fake.
So, yes, it's a false start against Bacon County. And I think the referee was trying to blow it dead.
Yeah. Legal formation on the offense.
No, legal formation. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. That's going to back us up to the 14-yard line. It's going to bring up first down and 15 for our Red Raiders.
From the Red Raider 14-yard line.
Red Raiders getting a play called in here. Cozy Batten surveying the field.
We're down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Cozy gets the snap.
He
hands it off at the middle. And Josiah, he does get him a hole. And he's still trying to chop his feet and give every bit of yards he can. It looks like they're going to give him at least about 5 yards there on the play. He's going to get the 5-yard penalty back for us, it looks like.
What an effort on the run there, Heath. My goodness, they wrapped him up, but, man, he kept jerking and snatching and fighting and clawing. And, man, he scrapped hard for them 5 yards.
He did, and like he was hit 2 yards, on a 2-yard gain, but he just kept pushing that pile and got what he wanted. We're going to run trips down to the bottom. We're going to bring Travion in at running back. 1 tight end up top.
Trips to the bottom.
Oh, we mishandled the snap. Cozy picks it up, but they swallow him up before he can do anything with it.
It's going to be a big loss here. We'll see.
Looks like they're going to mark us back off that 5 yards. So now we're 3rd and 15 for our Red Raiders deep in our territory.
The ball spotted on the 15-yard line.
And we definitely don't want to be in those situations tonight.
No. And this is what we talked about earlier. You know, and something that's just kind of plagued us this season is getting in these third and extremely long situations, and it's a hard-holded guy.
Yes, it is. And we come in with our double tight formation, one wide receiver up top, one wide receiver down bottom. Red Raiders are moving from our right to left and at the press box. We go fake to hand it off. We hit number 11 in the slot.
It's not going to be enough.
And, man, they jumping all over their head and everything.
Whoa.
And, man, just stepping all over the guys. It's just seems like it's getting a little chippy first thing here today. And hope our guys can hold it together here.
Yeah, Vidalia coach disappointed with his player here. He's shrugging his shoulders at him like, why?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
But we gained about 7 yards on the play, but it's definitely short for our Red Raiders. It's going to bring up 4th and about 8 and bring our punt team on. They've got 2 guys deep.
They have not been rushing the punt here, so we'll see if they attempt it this time. No, they're backing off.
Nice snap. They did bring a group in there, and he calls for a fair catch. And he bobbled it. But our guy was kind of on top of him there.
And they're going to spot the ball at the 49, so they're going to start off here in Bacon County territory.
I was hoping he would go ahead and drop that one on the dirt.
Yes,
we had our coverage was real good. They were down there on top of it. But that's where the Vidalia Indians is going to start in our territory here on this drive. And with 43 seconds left in the first quarter, our Red Raiders are down 13 to nothing to the Vidalia Indians.
This first quarter seems like it has definitely flown by.
It has. Our defense comes onto the field. They run twins up top, one wide receiver down at the bottom. Late going to bring in their running back, number 20. When he hits the hole, he hits it hard. They put a guy in motion, and they're going to run that jet sweep, try to get to the outside. And we hit him there pretty good, but not before he gets 8 yards on the play.
Good job. It's going to be a personal foul. So you're right, it's getting chippy on Vidalia's side here. Coach disappointed. He's White Hats telling him to calm down. Let them make the calls. So this appears it's going to be a personal foul against Vidalia. Personal foul, Vidalia.
Personal foul.
Yep. And that is going to negate that 8-yard gain.
It's going to back them up and probably bring up 1st and 12.
White Hat is letting their coach know he's having a mouthful to the White Hat, and he's sitting there saying, son, I'm in control here.
That's a 15-yard penalty, so that's going to bring up 1st and 16 for Vidalia. They're going to run twins up top, one wide receiver down bottom. They've got a slot receiver right behind the offensive guard, single running back in the backfield. We've got a 4-man defensive front. They fake the handoff to the running back. They run a little screen pass, and he drops it. But, man, I think we were going to stop that one pretty quick. Our guys had read it really well. JoJo and number 32.
He heard the footsteps coming on that because they was 3 Red Raider horses come at him right there.
Number 30, like I said, JoJo and number 32, Dietrich Smith, was in there, read that really well, and they were ready to make the hit if he come down with the ball.
And he didn't have to jump on to catch that ball, but he went way up and then had to bend down to get it around his waistline.
Vidalia runs trips up top, one wide receiver down bottom. He's looking, dropping back. We bring in pressure.
And we flush him out of the pocket, and we get the hands on him.
And he's finally brought down by number 77, Tristan Smith, Tristan Strickland, for the sack there.
It's going to be a 1-yard loss on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 17. Great job by our defense, man. I'm excited. We got a little pep in our step now.
Number 77, Tristan Strickland, a freshman, done really well on that play, made a great play, and that's going to bring on the punt team for Vidalia for the first time.
It's a very costly personal foul against Vidalia, and it put a fire underneath our Red Raiders. Again, you called it, Heath. They were getting very chippy here with our Red Raiders, and a few things going uncalled that we saw some few little hands motions and face mask and things put.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Quickly. And as far as any team, they are on the field the quickest of any team we have faced this season. They are literally, they at the end of the quarter, they come to the coach, and within 5 seconds, they were back on the field. They're standing there waiting.
And that's going to have Cozy batting back deep to return this punt. Cozy's done a good job of not missing any of these this year. Doing exactly what he needs to do, calling fair catches, things like that, and getting out of the way of it. Yeah, the teams are ready. We're just waiting on the umpires right here to blow the whistle. See if our Red Raiders try to come in and block it. And we do send a couple of guys. Man, that is a high punt. It's not very high. I mean, not very long. It's short.
And it's only going to be about a 24, 25-yard punt for Vidalia.
It looked to be about 70 yards high.
I know, it was, Heath.
But our Red Raiders, that's going to start us in the best field position we've started offense on right here.
So we're at the 34-yard line.
See if we can change some of this stuff together and move on down the field and put one in the end zone here before the half gets here.
I'm going to call it, Heath. We're going to make something happen here.
Absolutely.
I just feel it. We got a little pep defense had, and I hope it's resonating over to the offense.
We run with our one wide receiver way off, one wide receiver up top, fairly close to the line to the short field. One tight end, hand it off to JoJo, and he tries to find a hole. He gets behind his blocker, and he gets about 5 yards on the play. Great run, putting his hand right on the back of that big tight end we got there, and just followed him right on through the hole there, and that's going to put up second and four.
So it's a 6-yard gain.
So now we run twins down to the bottom. Double tight end set. And I think they're going to call that on us. We did move, but I think they jumped across the line.
And they're calling it on Vidalia.
They're going to call it on Vidalia.
Yeah, he got across first. So
that drives a coach crazy when you call it on two or a harder count, and you know their guys move, but then our guys move. You ain't sure which way they're going to call it right then. You never know with them umpires what they're going to do.
So that's going to bring up first down and 10 for our Red Raiders. Ball on the 45 here in our territory, trying to break into Vidalia territory here.
We're going to run our twin set down to the bottom. One tight end up top, slot receiver right behind the tight end. One running back there with Cozy at quarterback at shotgun. Fake the handoff.
We're going
deep. Got number 11. Oh, man, the ball comes out right as he was hitting the dirt. I thought it was a nice catch. I thought he looked it in, but it just squealed right out of his hand right as he went down.
And I think the corner right here, as they wrapped up and was going to the ground, he was able to get a hand in there and rip that ball out. So bring up second down and 10.
And our Red Raiders now, since they flipped the field, they're going from our left to right here in the press box. We run twins down at the bottom, one wide receiver up top, one running back in the backfield with Cozy batting. Takes the handoff, and he bounces it outside to the top side. He's trying to get to the edge, and he gets there, and he gains about 5 yards on the play before they run him out of bounds.
They're going to say he stepped out at 4 yards.
4 yards.
Yep. So it's going to bring up third down and 6. So, again, this little better favorable position to make something happen. I'm trying to convert this first down.
3-yard gain.
And we've talked about it multiple games. Travion's one of those that you usually don't tackle him. You got to run him out of bounds. Yes. And he keeps his feet churning and trying to make something out of anything. And next few years we're going to be glad to have him and hear his name called because it's going to be called quite often. I think so. We run twins down at the bottom. One tight end up top. Cozy fakes the handoff, hits number 11 for a first down right here. Great play.
Be a 10, 11-yard gain on the play. Great catch by Dean.
Number 11, Tyron Dean on the play.
And we are in Indian territory for the first time tonight, Heath.
And again, we're putting it together. Cozy, he's had some great passes tonight. Yes. It's right there where he needs to be at, and he's not throwing it to where the defenders can get it.
First down and 10 here on the 40 in Vidalia territory.
So we got trips down at the bottom, one tight end up top, one running back in the backfield. Cozy calls for the ball. He fakes and pulls it. He's going to try to get something out of it. He gets about 4 yards on the play.
Back with the keeper.
So they're going to mark him a hair short.
Tackle by number 21.
Maybe a 3-yard gain on the play. So that's going to bring up second down and 7. Vidalia up 13-0 over our Red Raiders here with 9 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Clock continuing to roll.
And Cozy's dangerous in those option plays. He can throw it, pass it, hand it off. He does a great job at it, and there he just kept it.
Yep, we got a hard count and tried to get them to jump, and they just didn't jump enough.
They wiggled a little bit, but didn't jump. We got twins up top, one wide receiver down at the bottom. Travion in the backfield with Cozy.
Whoa, low pass. Cozy was attempting to hit Dean in stride, and he dropped back and just
he didn't put enough air under it.
Didn't put enough air under it. Threw it at his heels.
Dean had the inside leverage on it, and if he caught him in stride, he'd have walked into the end zone.
So third down and 7. Here 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Ball is on the 43-yard line. We're in Indian territory.
We run single wide receiver up top, one single wide receiver, Tyron Dean at the bottom. Cozy in the backfield with Travion Richardson at running back. Oh, ball's hit as he let go of it, and it just kind of wobbled ducked as it come out of there.
Number 55 for Vidalia.
And that's
on the offensive line, got a hand, and big old Paul got it up there and batted that ball down.
That's going to bring up a fourth down for our Red Raiders. It looks like they're bringing on the punt team. See if Cozy can pin them deep here and us take over on defense and see if we can stop them here.
And Heath, I don't think we've done it, but is this a spot? Look for the fake punt. You never know.
You never know, and right now that's kind of where we're at in the season. It might be something worth trying to see. And it's something we've not shown any this year that we've even got it in our repertoire.
We're going to call a timeout. So that'll be a Bacon County timeout here with 9 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Vidalia leading 13-0 over our Red Raiders. And, hopefully with the size, I'm curious to see here. Don't see a whole lot of muscle mass down here on the Vidalia sideline anywhere. I'm scanning each and every player. I don't see one that just, I'm like, oh my goodness, like look at the arms on this guy. They're thin. They're pretty athletic. But I'm curious to see. Hopefully we can hang tight on this.
Yeah, and as we come back from the timeout, it looks like it's going to bring up fourth and about 7 for our Red Raiders, and our punt team's going to come onto the field. Our lone snapper is number 66, Jason Guest, freshman. Cozy Batten's back to receive the snap, and he's going to try to get the punt off again, try to pin them deep here and see where we can get started at on defense. Oh, a fake. JoJo's got it. He's trying to get around the edge. And, man, he's going to come about 1 yard short, 2 yards short on the play, but we caught it, Joe.
Yeah. I like to see it. I'll take it, at this point in the season and where we're at, Heath, we got to try something. Back home, I want to apologize. I just got a phone call and said there's a lot of bleeding over or hearing the music and everything. Guys, we are outside. We are up here on top of the Vidalia press box, and there's speakers, people talking. The fans are right down below us, and so I apologize if you cannot hear. It's just the way it is tonight.
Yeah, we wasn't expecting to be on top of the press box when we got here. And Vidalia, they hand off to number 20 up the middle, and he bounces off a couple of them.
He spins, and he breaks free, and he's still running. We finally bring him down after about a 15-yard gain on the play.
Rough running. First down, Indians.
I got you, and I guess there's something back at the station. Technical difficulty. There's a different show playing is what it is. It's playing alongside with us talking.
And with everything else, I'm sure they hand it back off, and, man, he just plows over our guy there. And he gains about 3 yards on the play.
Heath, I'm going to let you talk, and I'm going to make a phone call back to the station and see if we can figure out what's going on here.
Vidalia, they come up with twins up top, twins at the bottom, one wide receiver. They go and they hand it off to big number. Oh, he faked it. He made it outside, the quarterback did, and he's just bouncing off of our guys, and we finally bring him down after about a gain of about 22 yards. Great fake, great pull by the quarterback, number 12. And our guys just didn't wrap him up to bring him down like we needed to. And they run quick to Vidalia. They line back up, and they hand it to number 20. He goes off tackle up to the top side, and he's driving his feet. And we finally get a hold of him. Number 2, Travion Richardson does, and drives him out of bounds. But not after they get another first down, it looks like. But Vidalia, they're just running this offense very quickly, getting to the line, getting to their formation. They've got trips down at the bottom, one wide receiver up top, 1st and 10 on our 18 or on their 18-yard line. They fake the handoff and run a little swing pass to number 8 there, and he gets to the outside.
He's going to go
He's going in. Nobody touched him whatsoever.
That'll be a touchdown. Vidalia puts the score up to 19. Vidalia, Bacon County 0.
With 7:31 left in the half.
Heath, I want to thank you there for filling in for me, and I want to thank Mr. Paul back at the station. Man, I give him, if you've seen all the dials and knobs in that place and everything that he has to work with, but he was having some major technical difficulty, but he got it straightened back underway, and hopefully you all are hearing this very clearly now. So it looks like Vidalia is going to attempt to go for 2 here. They do. Quarterback keeps.
And he goes in for 2.
Yep, we tackle him right on the goal line, but it was just enough for him to get in for the score here.
They were running that old veer pitch, and we were waiting for him to pitch it, and he never did pitch it. He just snuck right in underneath our 2 defenders there. We had it read pretty good.
Yep. And the only thing you can't do with that, Heath, is you got to come to that quarterback.
That's
when you got a quarterback that fast, you can't sit there and wait on him.
Yep.
Here to our Red Raiders. JoJo fields it. He's going to turn it up. He's going to roll to the outside, but they're going to wrap him up after about a 10-yard gain on the return. Spot the ball on the 20-yard line here with 7 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Vidalia up 21-0 over our Red Raiders.
This Vidalia kickoff team, man, they're
fast.
They are fast, and they stay in their lanes. They're not giving our guys any opportunity like we talked about at the first of the show. We've had pretty good showings on our return, but tonight they've kind of shut us down pretty good here.
Well, they have definitely held us to the least amount of yards on our special teams here than any opponent we've had all season.
And we're going to start on our 20-yard line, and we've got 80 yards to go in 7 minutes and 23 seconds to try to drive this ball down the field and get a score here. We run with our twins down at the bottom, one wide receiver up top. Cozy puts number 11 in motion. They go to fake the handoff to JoJo. And, man, he fakes a little pass, and he's trying to get to the outside, and he does get there.
And they push him out of bounds, and going to be about a 7-yard gain on the play.
Great job by Cozy.
I like his little fake there. He didn't have nobody back there, but he made him think he did.
Well, you know, he does throw that little dump pass right there, and them guys weren't really looking. Great job by Cozy Batten. He's getting more and more comfortable back there at that quarterback position.
Yes.
Again, we talk about Cozy a lot of times, how he's just a very versatile player. You can put him about anywhere on the field. And he's one of those players that if you tell him to go play guard, he's going to go play guard and do the best he can at it.
And he was our player of the week here. I did an interview with him today, and just so proud of that young man.
We hand off to JoJo, and he spins
great
off.
Spin move.
He spins another one. He's wide open. One guy to beat. He bounces it outside, and they fight. Oh, no, he's still on his feet.
Spin move.
Wow, he spun about 4 times, broke about 5 tackles. And he gained, about 60 yards on the play?
My goodness, man, that was a great run. And that initial spin move he made once he hit the linebacking core there, Heath, they wrapped him up, and he just ripped out of that, spun out of there, got to the safety. They wrapped him up, and he spun out of that and got on downfield. And, my goodness, man, what a great run and exciting play for our Bacon County Red Raiders here.
Great effort by number 6, JoJo, there for us. He does a great job. He's done a great job out here, him and Travion both. We got Travion in the backfield, and he hits a hole there. And he's trying to bounce it there in the middle, and he's got about 5-yard gain there, a 4-yard gain.
Fights real hard for them 4 yards, and a great run by Travion.
And both of our running backs are not what you'd call the big guys by no means, but, man, they run the ball like they're 250 pounds.
We've run him up the middle tonight, and I like how hard he hits the hole when we run him up the gut.
He does. He understands that he's going to have to fight for every yard he gets right here, and the young man has stepped up really well for us over the last 5 games and just showing what he's made of. We got twins down at the bottom, one wide receiver up top. Cozy's set to get the ball.
Hand it off.
Hand it off to number 2, and he gets to the outside.
He breaks the tackle, and he dives forward for about a 3-yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for our Red Raiders here. 5 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Clock continuing to roll, 21-0. Vidalia leading here late in the second quarter. Red Raiders trying to make something happen here in Indian territory. Again, it's 3rd down and 3. So the best third down position we've been in tonight.
We run single wide receiver up top, single wide receiver bottom. We got a tight end on the bottom with our slot receiver behind him. One running back in the backfield.
We hand it off. And they bunch us up at the middle at the line of scrimmage.
And he looks to gain about 2 yards, but there's flags all over the play.
Looks like we jumped where the flag's thrown at, and I believe it was up top with our receiver, and it is offside. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
That's going to back our Red Raiders up and bring up 3rd down and about 8 on the play, on this next play.
Long 8.
Long 8. And, again, we talked about it. That's not where we want to be at, playing behind the chains at any part of the night.
It's going to be 3rd down and 9 from the Indian 32.
So you're basically forcing yourself to pass in this situation, and they know that's the only option you got, and they can prepare for it here.
We run twins down at the bottom.
We've got finally somebody coming in on Dean. And we're going to call a timeout. So that'll be a Red Raider timeout with here 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Vidalia leads 21-0.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Hello?
That's how some people do things.
Right away.
To us, everything we do is personal. Because anyone can answer the call. It's who shows up that matters most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
It's 3rd down and a long 8 here. Ball is spotted on the 33-yard line here in Indian territory, and the best offensive drive we had so far tonight.
We've got Twins down at the bottom, 1 wide receiver up top. Low snap. Cozy goes back to throw.
Hits Dean.
Man, in and out of his hands. They knock it out of his hands. About the time he caught it and went to make a turn, number 5 put his helmet on and knocked it loose.
He put his helmet on the football right when it got in his hands. And that's going to bring up an incomplete pass. And at this point, Heath, I say you go for it.
And it don't look like we're running our punt team on the field. It looks like we're going to keep our offense on. And, again, that was just a great play by the defender.
Yes.
Dean went up, highest point, made the grab, but before he could get a foot down, that guy was in there breaking it up, and that's what you teach them to do.
Yeah.
We got Twins down at the bottom, 1 wide receiver up top. Cozy's looking back. He pump fakes. He's trying to make something out of it. He tries to get to the outside.
And he's going to run out of bounds.
But it's going to definitely be short here. Going to be short for about 4 yards. And
he got about a 4-yard gain on the play.
Vidalia is going to take over right there with their offense. Cozy was looking downfield and decided to pull it and use his legs, and he just quite didn't get enough to get that first down for us.
Vidalia had pressure on Cozy back there, and, you could see him getting a little nervous, and he finally decided to just roll out of the pocket.
Yep. So our defense comes on.
Ball is on the 27-yard line, 28.
We're led onto the defensive line by number 60, Tyler Thomas. Where our defense is going to try to stand up. He drops back, looking deep. He's got a guy wide open.
We get a hand on him. We're going to bring him down at about the 40, 39 here in Bacon County territory. We got to get a little more pressure on these receivers out here.
Yep.
They haven't been throwing much on us tonight.
They've got trips in a bunch down at the bottom side, 1 wide receiver up top. They're just waiting on the chains to be set. Empty backfield. So they're going to throw a little swing pass out to the outside. Man, they got blockers out there for days.
And we're going to pull him out of bounds.
Finally, number 36, DeAnthony Green, pulls him out of bounds.
At the 22-yard line.
And they picked up another first down.
That'll be 1st down and 10. Ball spotted on the 22. 4 minutes and 8 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Vidalia leading 21-0 over our Red Raiders.
They run that trips bunch down at the bottom. Single wide receiver up top still. Empty backfield.
And they go the same exact play, and there's a flag on the play. And we do a better job of wrapping him up this time.
And again, number 36, DeAnthony Green's in there for the tackle. But again,
I think it may be a holding call where it was spotted at.
That's about where the flag's normally thrown at for holding. Oh, personal.
No, chop block.
Chop block. Personal foul.
Vidalia. So that's going to back them up, and a much-needed penalty here for our Red Raider defense because Vidalia is moving the ball and moving the chains play after play and trying to get another score up on us here before the half. So that's going to back them way up. That's their that penalty right there has hurt them the most here tonight. So it'll bring up 1st down and, man, a country mile.
Yeah.
So it's about
25, 25 here for Vidalia. Again, they come right back to the empty backfield. Bunch trips down at the bottom, 1 single wide receiver up top. They run to the bunch side, look for him to go up top, and that's where he's headed to. And our guy's turned his head, but, man, he just was not in the right position to come up with the play.
And they're saying he wasn't down. It's crazy. We tackled him, but he fell on top of our player. You see that happen in the NFL a lot where they bring a player down and he stayed on top of our player and never hit the ground.
And he hit his feet and kept right on going. Again,
so it's 1st down and goal. Ball's on the 1 for Vidalia.
And they run a little slant pass or a little hitch, a dig. He 2 yards and stopped and got the ball.
So 3 minutes and 32 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Vidalia goes up 27-0 over our Red Raiders. And just this quick offense, Heath, we've just not been able to defensively stop them very much tonight. There's been very few plays where we've, had them at big losses here. Their biggest losses have come against their own penalties. I see a flag over here. Sideline warning against our Red Raiders. Yep.
Sideline warning on Bacon County.
And I don't know how you can, in real time, when that rollover play like that, a referee can't call it dead.
Yeah.
I understand that you play through the whistle, and
it looks like they are going for it.
And they go right in for 2 points. Yep. The center didn't do nothing but pick it up and toss it over there to them.
So that brings the score of Vidalia 29, Bacon County 0, with 3 minutes and 32 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And we'll send it back to the station for a quick break here on Classic Country 104.3. The smallest offense and defense we've faced, but what they're doing, they are doing well. We field the kick here, and we're going to get about a 14-yard return on the kickoff.
It was a short kick from what they've been doing. Our deep back had to come in running full speed and caught it, and he just kind of hit the sideline and got what he could before they run him out of bounds.
Spot the ball at the 31-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and 10 for our Red Raiders here in our own territory on the 31. 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
And we put some stuff together on some offensive series, but we just have not been able to finish it down there in the end zone yet. We run twins down at the bottom, one wide receiver up top. Man in motion. Hand it off to JoJo at the middle. He's wide open.
One man, he slips. He tried to cut to beat that one man, and he slips and falls down after about a 16-yard gain on the play.
Our line seems to be dominating. We're getting holes right there where we need them at.
Ball's at the 46.
Stay with twins, man in motion. Go to hand it off. We fake it. And we pull it. Cozy's going to get what he can get. He gets about 15, 14 yards on the play.
It's going to be a 15-yard gain. Great job by Cozy to pull the ball. It looked like we were running the same exact play, and he pulled it at the right time. They balled on it. And that should have been a penalty. And I do see a flag, too many men on the field for Vidalia. They were trying to run a guy off in a hurry.
And we handed off to JoJo right at the middle, and he grinds for about 5 yards, but I think that flag is going to move us or move them forward to see what we do with it, if we're going to decline it or take it.
Vidalia upset. They're thinking their player was off the field, but he was 2-3 yards from the sideline.
That last play there, we run Tyrod into a motion formation, and then we fake the handoff, and I also saw another play that's forming out of that little pitch with Tyrod following behind.
Penalty is against Vidalia, legal or too many men on the field. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It'll bring up 1st down and 5. Here the ball is spotted on the 46 or the 34-yard line here in Indian territory. Our offense trying to make something happen. Clock's rolling with 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Vidalia leading 29-0 over our Red Raiders.
We run twins up top. Two tight end set. Fake the handoff. And, man, they're bringing pressure. And they're trying to get Cozy. They finally wrap him up for the sack there. And it's going to bring back to the original line of scrimmage, which is going to bring up 2nd down and 10 now for the Red Raiders.
Good job by Cozy. Had 2 guys on him, and he rolled out of there. Both of them had hands on him. One, I thought, got a hold of his face mask. So it's a 5-yard loss on the play would be second down and 10. Ball's on the 39-yard line. We hand it off, and man, they blew through the line and hit us in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. That's going to bring up third down and 12.
Richardson with the carry. He's tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Be about, third and about 13.
Yep.
Again, we're playing behind the chains, and that's not where we want to be at. And
Timeout, Vidalia.
Vidalia's going to call a timeout here with 1:52 left in the half.
So we'll send it back to the state.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
And 52 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Vidalia leading 29-0 over our Red Raiders. We're trying to make something happen, but we're sitting at third down and 13. The ball is on the 41-yard line here in Indian Territory. We got a long ways to go to try to get a first down here. But I say definitely at this position, this is, two-down territory here to try to attempt to get this first down. So if we can at least get half of it.
We put Tyrod in motion again. Fake the handoff.
And he keeps
Cozy pulls it. And he's going to get the first down and then some. Bring it all the way down to about the, looks like 21-yard.
About a 20-yard gain on the play.
He brought it down to about the 21-yard lines where they're going down it at. That's a first down for our Red Raiders.
And he completely faked them out on that play.
Well, and again, I think they're setting up. We still got another option there with Tyron. There's a pitch option there, and Cozy hadn't had to use it yet. We hand it off. JoJo, man, they meet us right in the backfield.
And that's going to be about a 1-yard loss on the play.
And off the Brown, he's met behind the line of scrimmage.
Minute and 20 seconds remaining. Clock's ticking on down. Here 29-0. Vidalia leading our Red Raiders, trying to get a score on the board before the half.
We run twins up top, one wide receiver, one tight end down to the bottom side. Cozy's looking back. Right through the hands of our wide receiver.
Number 18. And he jumped up to get it. It was a little behind him and just couldn't get a grab on the ball. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
And that'll stop the clock.
So it'll be third down and 12 here with 1 minute and 1 second remaining in the second quarter. And again, this is two-down territory, so if we can get half of this in one play, I'm going to call it again. We got double it the last time I said that.
That's right.
So.
We run twins down to the short side, the bottom side here. Put Tyrod in motion. Fake.
Hand it off. We try to bounce to the top side.
And JoJo gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's where it's going to bring up fourth down and probably about 11 yards, it looks like.
So it's a 2-yard gain on the play, so it's going to bring fourth down and 10 here. The ball is spotted on the 22-yard line here in Indian Territory. We're at 39 seconds and ticking down here remaining in the second quarter. So this will be our last play of the game unless we can get a first down here.
We got twins down at the bottom, short side of the field.
And Vidalia
is going to burn a timeout.
And it's going to stop the clock with 25 seconds here remaining in the half. Vidalia leading 29-0. 22-yard line here in Vidalia territory. Got a long ways to go for a first down.
Cozy.
And we get them to jump off. Yep, we get them to jump
call.
off sides.
Great call by coach's staff, and great job by our offense to stay where they're supposed to be at. And that's going to move them 5 yards closer to that first down that we need right here. And looks like we're going to run on.
Are we running a field goal?
Yep.
That's what we're doing.
That's right.
So we're going to run on our field goal team and see if we can get some points on the board here before the half.
And that's going to be about a 25-yard field goal here for Abraham as he lines it up here.
34. Because you got to add
10. That's right. It's 34-yard. It's down.
It's going to be wide left.
Yep. Oh, man.
Wide left. So we were sitting here on the right hash mark, and he's trying to get it over there and get it through and just put too much angle on it.
Yep.
It was just a little wide left, so Vidalia is going to take over here. It'll be first down and 10 for the Indians. Ball spotted on the 20-yard line here in Vidalia territory. So got 20 seconds remaining. Vidalia leading 29-0 over our Red Raiders.
And our defense is going to come onto the field and see what Vidalia, they're going to run twins up top, one single wide receiver down at the bottom, one running back in the backfield with the quarterback. Man in motion, and they're going to hand it for the jet sweep. And he gets it outside.
But he breaks free. But we're going to run him out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
And that'll stop the clock with 14 seconds left in the half with a first down for the Vidalia Indians.
So Vidalia not shying away here, doing everything they can to try to get another score on the board, but I'm sure they're going to keep it on the ground here, Heath, not put anything in the air, and allow any mistakes to happen.
Vidalia comes up with twins down at the bottom, one wide receiver up top. We're in a four-man defensive front.
And he drops back. He's dropping back to pass. He's going deep.
Deep. Got a guy wide open, and he catches it in stride.
And I
he's
think they're going to call
us
for pass interference, but that's going to be declined. Let's see what the flag is, because I think we had him by the back of the shirt.
We did, but he caught him. He caught that one in stride. Didn't have no chance to catch him.
No.
Because Cozy was laying out trying to make a defensive stop there, and man, they just pouring it on to us right here. Coming into the half, we thought they were going to keep it on the ground, but they were just going for another score.
Yes.
And
pass interference against us, so that penalty's declined. Touchdown by Vidalia.
Penalties holding on the defense is declined. That's a touchdown by Vidalia.
Holding wasn't a pass interference. So that brings the score Vidalia 35, Bacon County 0 with 5 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And Vidalia going ahead early here to just try to put a dagger in his Heath.
Yep. And they're lined up. They didn't even do the swinging gate or nothing this time. They're going to line up to try the PAT. Just waiting on the white hat's whistle.
And it's up. Good. That puts the score Vidalia 36, Bacon County 0 with 5 seconds remaining here in the half. We'll send it back to the station for a quick break here on Classic Country 104.3. In the half, Vidalia going up with another touchdown and a PAT, bringing the score Vidalia 35, Bacon County 0. 5 seconds remaining. So I thought they declined the holding penalty, but they are assessing that on the kickoff here.
Yep.
So Vidalia is bumped the ball up to the 50-yard line. which is backing us all the way up to the end zone. And is this a new kicker on the field? It is.
So. He's going to
squib
kick it.
And
we pick it up. And we try to get a little something out of it. They just hit us right there pretty quick.
And that's going to, clock's going to come to an end. That's going to be the end of the half. Score, Vidalia leading 35-0 over our Red Raiders. And Vidalia offense tonight, just too quick. They're not big at all. By far, I think the smallest offense that we faced all season. But, man, they're just executing well. Hurry up, no huddle offense. Our defense just a lot of youth and inexperience in this position. Coach Goss, I see him over there arguing with the officials, but not sure if he was saying maybe there was what exactly was going on here.
You can't assess
the
holding call.
Yeah, I think he was saying you couldn't assess the holding call on the kickoff.
Yeah, that play was over with.
That play, yeah.
It's either declined or accepted.
Yes.
That's the way that works. Even if it, even with the touchdown, it's not going to go to the PAT. It's not even going to be half a distance. It should just been declined right now.
Now, if that would have happened on the PAT,
they would have moved it.
They could have assessed it on the
kickoff.
But
that play was over. It should not even have. I don't know what they were thinking. Again, I say it all the time to my young guys. We get into football.
All right, Raider Nation, we're going to listen to Raider Regiment live here from for the halftime show, so please enjoy.
Drum major, Julie Moore, and Rachel Sweat. Is your band ready? Raider Regiment, you may now begin your performance.
Their offense running as fast as they're running and got no huddle. They're just using our defense on the whole night. They're not, don't think I would get set up in the right position where we need to be at.
What have we here? It's a sparkly, shiny,
Wait a minute. When I got over here to her, they wouldn't put everything up, come back. We were told we were going to leave. She was still mad.
Can we be real? If my name was Sebastian and I had a cool Jamaican accent, you'd totally help me. You would, you know you would. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, there you had it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the Raider Regiment. Here's a halftime show. Made it definitely worth the trip. Speaking of our Raider Regiment, they got superior rating last weekend as they traveled over to Ware County, over to Waycross. Actually having to compete in the 4A level competition with schools such as Appleton County, Jessup, Creekside was there, a couple other schools, much larger schools than us population-wise, but we have so many in the band that we have to play up basically like you would in a sport. And they are going tomorrow to Berrien County to compete once again. So congratulations to the Raider Regiment.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Superintendent Dr. Garrett Wilcox, Principal John Sharp, and the administration and staff of Vidalia High School, it is my honor to ask all Red Raider and Indian fans alike to please welcome to the field the pride of the Sweet Onion City, the Vidalia High School Sound Tribe. For our first selection this evening, the Sound Tribe will pay tribute to America with Patriotic Fanfare. That is sure to get you in the mood this evening. Majorettes Paige Kite and Claire Taylor will be swinging their batons as the band plays this lively number, the Swing Medley. evening this close to Halloween would be complete without hearing the sound of a song that brings that chill in your bones or makes the heart race in fear. To close tonight, we play the Michael Jackson classic, Thriller. The Sound Tribe would like to thank their loyal band boosters for their support on and off the field, as well as the VHS staff for their inspiration to always play their best. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the pride of the Sweet Onion City, the Vidalia High School Sound Tribe.
high fives.
You know, as far as, you know, being my first year, and I was talking to some folks about coming over this way. Shake his hand to me when I come in.
And that's what I hate. I'm standing here trying to think of his name, and it just wouldn't come out.
I know it. And I'm the world's worst with names, I'll be honest with anybody. But we're coming back here after halftime. Our Red Raiders are down 36-0 to the Vidalia Indians, and we're going to kick off to them, and they're going to start on offense.
So let's see if we retaliate here on what they attempted on us, and they actually succeeded. So at the start of the game, Vidalia did an onside kick and recovered. Probably the best executed onside kick that I've watched this season for sure, and one for many seasons. Just don't see one go that well.
No, and it's something they had practiced on. It was well executed, and Abraham tees it up. It looks like he's going to kick it deep here.
Yep. He trots it off, and we do.
Nice high kick.
And
but again, there's another one of them offsides penalties that, again, it seems like not just our team, but it seems like quite often, for whatever reason this year, seems to be an issue that folks are having. You might be right. They just might be looking at it more closer.
I think so. It's been something that's been mentioned numerous times, that it's been a problem that the officials were not calling. And this year we have definitely seen the most flags thrown on it. And, you know, their meetings before seasons even start, all the officials get together and they say, okay, guys, you know, we need to work on doing better at this year and making better calls on this. And I think this is one of the areas, Heath, that they had to, because this has been the most we've ever seen in the season.
And Abraham tees it back up, approaches it, nice high kick. Gets it down to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they're going to take off with it. He runs it straight up the middle.
Straight up the middle.
And nobody – we put a hand on him, but he's going to just walk through there and just score. But there's a couple of flags
in the backfield. I think it's a block in the back. We'll see.
If it is, it was much needed. We just sure did dodge a bullet on that one.
Flags are sitting, both of them. There's two flags on the 31. Blocking the back against Vidalia, so that's going to
bring it back,
negate that touchdown, and that was a good save right there, because there was nobody in the middle, and he went untouched. Well, I say that he had our kicker to beat, and
Abraham touched him, but that was all he did.
That's all he did.
Looked like Moses part in the Red Sea. They wasn't nothing there but green land and dry dirt. But, yeah, our Red Raiders, we dodged a bullet on that one for sure.
So the flags were on the 31. And they're going to spot the ball at the 25.
Yep.
So it'll be first down and 10 Vidalia here in their own territory. Ball spotted on the 25, 11 minutes and 33 seconds, and it is a running clock, Heath.
Yeah, they've got the clock running. We're trying to get our guys lined up. Defensively,
the Indians will take over first and 10.
Indians come out with twins down at the bottom, twins up top. And looks like Vidalia is going to call a timeout. That was quick.
Yeah. So he didn't like what he saw there. So here early to start the third quarter, Vidalia, either some mistakes in his offense lining up. But anyway, this is a Vidalia timeout. We'll stay on.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Hello?
That's how some people do things.
Right away.
To us, everything we do is personal. Because anyone can answer the call. It's who shows up that matters most. That's the quality of your independent agent and the company that stands behind them.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Now he's going to slide match in the middle linebacker position. Jason, I know, is a freshman.
They send a man in motion, hand it off to him.
Jet sweep off the edge.
He cuts back up the middle.
He's got one guy to beat. We're trying to track him down.
We get him by the back of his jersey.
And they're going to call a horse collar on that one. But that was all we could do. Number 9, Harrison Lee. All he could do was reach there and grab him by something and hope to pull him down.
And they spot the ball on the 23-yard line. And Heath, that was a
flag on the play at the end.
Let's see what. Waving it off. Yep.
But we're going, as far as defensively, now we're running our number 29 off, bringing in number 2, Travion Richardson, that linebacker.
So a 56-yard run on the play there with the jet sweep for Vidalia.
And they run trips on both ends, empty backfield with the quarterback. Looks like to be a new quarterback coming into the game. Man in motion, jet sweep back to the top side, and he gets him a hole. And
he hit him, but he rolls out of it. And we're going to bring him down at about the 4-yard line. And that's going to be about a 15-yard gain on the play. It's going to be another Indian first down. And it's going to be first down and goal, balls on the 4 here as the Indians are trying to put up another score against this 2 plays, jet sweep to the bottom side and a jet sweep to the top side, and one for a 54-yard gain and the other one for a 15-yard gain.
And he's back in the empty backfield. He's pressing his wide receivers out further out. Man in motion, jet sweep down to the bottom side, and we try to get him to the backfield. He dodges the player, and he's going to walk in for the touchdown.
Untouched.
Nobody even touched him there. And again, off of 3 plays, same three plays, jet sweep, just different directions.
That's going to put the score at Vidalia 42, Bacon County 0, with 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Vidalia showing a lot of speed on these sweeps. Good blocks downfield, too.
Tate McDaniel lines up for the extra point.
Vidalia going to attempt the PAT. Snap is down. Kick is up. It is through the center, and it is good.
It's good.
That puts Vidalia 43, Bacon County 0 with 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We'll send it back to the station. Going up with another touchdown, leading our Red Raiders here 43-0, 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Vidalia not taking any gas off the foot off the pedal here.
No, there's no break going on right now. They full throttled, lined up. They got a little kicker that's kicked a little squib kick, and they're bunched up close here. He does kick a nice deep ball. Oh, JoJo missed it. He picks it up. He tries to get to the edge, and they run him out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain.
Number 6, Brown.
He kicked it to the sideline. Nice little kick there by the young man.
He tried to catch it. He couldn't get where he could be in the center, facing the ball, and he caught it to the side, and it just slipped right out of his hands.
Their little kicker don't look to weigh about 105 pounds, dripping wet with his pads and helmet on.
Yes.
But that was a nice kick. A lot of leg looked like there for that young man. But our Red Raider offense is going to take over right here on the 22-yard line. We're huddled over to the sideline. Coach Goss is trying to get them lined up and where he wants to go. And Coach Thomas.
It's first down and 10. Balls on the 22 here in Red Raider territory.
We got twins up top. Double tight end set. One running back in the backfield. Cozy Batten still at quarterback for us. Cozy surveys the field. Gets the snap. Hands off to number 2, and, man, they eat him up in the backfield.
And also number 2, Richardson.
Our blocking was not where it needed to be at there and didn't give our little running back a chance to do anything with it.
Nope. Sending in Moore, replacing number 53 here on the offensive line.
He's going to go to right guard. Again, we run our double tight end set, twins up to the top. Travion stays back at running back. Cozy surveys the field, calls for the ball, gets a snap, fakes it, rears back, throws it.
Overthrows it, almost intercepted.
Right through the hands of the defender, and luckily so, or he had a nice return on that.
We were attempting to go to number 18.
Knox Ledbetter.
Knox, and overthrew him by about a foot.
Third down.
So that's 3rd and 13, and we are behind the chains again, trying to start a series here deep into our territory.
Just kind of a story of the season. You know, we've been in these 3rd and extremely long situations just way too many times.
We run twins up top, one wide receiver down at the bottom. We shift our tight end down to the bottom side, single back in the backfield. He pulls it, tries to get to the outside. Cozy breaks the tackle. Oh, he slides down, but, man, he is hit hard.
And they're going
to throw a flag right there for sure.
And
Cozy's slow to get up.
Hurt at the moment, but he got back up and got on his feet. But, yeah, he went for the slide, and he went in leading with his head, laid a lick on him.
It was definitely Cozy was trying to get down, and he was down. It wasn't no trying. Cozy done a great job getting down in that play, and those guys just come up there and just laid a lick to him, and they got a penalty flag. Looks like it's going to go against the Indians, and it's definitely going to mark off 15 more yards for the Red Raiders right there.
It was about a 10-yard gain on the play for Cozy, and this penalty is going to give him – that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, Heath. They spot the ball on the 45 here. So it'll be 1st down and 10, Red Raiders. Ball's on the 45, 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Running clock here in the 3rd quarter as Vidalia leads 43-0 over our Red Raiders.
You hate to see our quarterback take a hit like that, but Cozy's resilient. He'll get back up, and he's going to keep fighting here. We got twins down to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top. Send the guy in motion, and we dropped the ball.
And we don't fall
on
it.
Vidalia's got to recover the ball.
Hold on the play.
And Vidalia recovers 1st down and 10. Here for Vidalia, ball is spotted on the 42-yard line. And just unfortunate, our guy didn't even know. He took off running, and he looked down, and the ball wasn't there, Heath.
Yep.
It just wasn't even there, and then everybody turned around trying to find it. Vidalia had 3 players coming in on the ball, and our guy jumped. And it just kind of slipped out from underneath him, and Vidalia fell on it and recovered the fumble.
So that's going to bring on our defense. Again, we haven't had much success on stopping Vidalia tonight. Again, they're just this quick, hurry-up offense they do. They just keep us on our heels, seems like constantly, trying to get set up and into the right position. 4-man front for our defense. They got twins down at the ball, one wide receiver up top. They hand it off to number 80.
We hit him at the line, and we bring him down. It's going to be about a 5-yard gain on the play.
Number 60, Mr. Tyler Thomas, made the tackle there. Helped out by number 29, Keyshawn Holmes, on the play. Both of them young men are sophomores. I might be wrong. Tyler might be.
2nd down and 5. Ball is on the 37-yard line here in Bacon County territory. Vidalia continuing to drive down the field on us. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Twins down at the bottom, one wide receiver up top for Vidalia. Send number 42 in motion. Run that jet sweep, and we try to break or set the edge there, and he just ducks inside, and he gets about 8 yards, and we finally gain tackle, bring him down, but not after a 1st down for the Vidalia Indians.
Takes it down to the 28-yard line.
They're moving the chains, and they're going to spot the ball around the 27, 28. Looks like they're going to spot it on the 28. 1st down and 10, Vidalia, 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Vidalia leading 43-0 over our Red Raiders.
They come set with twins down at the bottom, one wide receiver up to the top side, which is short side of the field for them. And they're running the clock down. Play clock's down to about 11 seconds, and they're just now calling for it. Try to get to the outside a little bit.
Get him in the backfield.
Number 88's got a hold of him.
Hang on to him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
Great job by number 88 setting that edge and not letting him get outside of him.
Heath, looks like it's going to be a 6-yard loss on the play. Good job by the defense here to get him in the backfield and hang on.
Quavius O'Neal there, again, come across at a defensive end spot. Kept his outside shoulder free like you teach it, textbook like you teach it, and he made a great play on that ball right there.
It's going to bring up second down and about second down and 16. Minute and 48 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
They've got twins down to the bottom side, one wide receiver up top to the wide side. They go and hand it off to big number 20.
He goes right up the middle.
And he's brought down from behind.
It's going to be a 6-yard gain on the play.
Bringing back to close to the original line of scrimmage.
It'll be third down and 10.
Looks like he was brought down by number 66, Jason Guess.
Clock continuing to roll. Minute and 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
7-yard gain on the play. It's going to be third down.
If we can just make a stop here and end this quarter, Heath. But they're definitely they're in 2-down territory, so they're going to go for it here.
They run that double twin set where empty backfield. You almost guarantee a jet sweep or a quarterback. They run a guy in motion, hand it to him, jet sweep. He breaks around the edge.
And we push him out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. That's going to be enough for a Vidalia first down. 35 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. They'll have enough time to get another play. So, again, first down and 10. Ball is on the 13-yard line.
And, again, they're letting that play clock run down. And I don't think they're even going to try to get a play off.
Yeah.
They're going to close out the third quarter with our Red Raiders down 43-0 to the Vidalia Indians.
They do. They're coming off the field as the clock's ticking from 5 seconds on down. And that's going to end the third quarter. Again, Vidalia leading our Red Raiders 43-0.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Attack by Vidalia all night from early on. Started the first quarter. Vidalia with a hurry-up, quick style, no-huddle offense, and just been too quick on our Red Raiders and our young defense to get very many stops on them here tonight.
Yeah, and like talked about it at halftime, they just seem to have us constantly on our heels on defense. They come empties back, run that jet sweep again, and we strip the ball out.
We pick it up.
Oh, man, we pick it up, but his knee was down. Number 2, Travion Richardson, come in and strip the ball out.
And had his knee not hit the ground, he was to the house. There was nobody there to catch him.
Again, great job by Travion here in the fourth quarter. These guys just aren't quitting. Again, we're down big, but you've got a big play coming up by Travion there. And like you said, if he had not just put his knee down, he was going to the house on that one. That'd have been
And we're just sitting here saying we've not been able to stop their offense tonight, and they hushed us up.
That's right. They done a great job there.
Coming into this evening,
we're running our offense onto the field.
Single-season passing yards.
Trying to look up some of the scores here. Swainsboro leading Toombs County 21-0 at the half. Appleton leading Brantley 35-7 in the third quarter. Jeff Davis up 22-0 over East Lawrence at the half. We hand it off to JoJo.
And he's trying to duck and dodge, and he gets about 3 yards on the play. Again, our Red Raiders, we're still fighting in this thing, trying to drive the ball down the field, and it's going to set up a 2nd and about 6 for our Red Raiders.
And I love JoJo's effort here tonight. He has run the ball hard, and definitely I think his best game at the running back position. He has had some big gains here tonight.
He has, and all year long, him and JoJo.
We hand it off to him again. He's standing behind his block, and he finds a seam. And he's going to get about a 20-yard gain, 21-yard gain on the play. Huge run by JoJo.
Him and Travion both have stepped up big at the running back position. You know, a few weeks ago we transferred over to the more of a run offense, and these guys have stepped up and they got us a spark when we need it. We've got twins down at the bottom. Handed off to number 2. Travion, he breaks a guy and miss.
He breaks another one. He trips him up, but he gets back on his feet. They're going to bring him down and about a 16-yard gain on the play. Be another Red Raider first down, and we are in Indian territory now.
Absolutely. And I'll be honest with you, Joe, I saw a hold there on our Red Raiders, and I'm glad they didn't see it.
Ball spotted on the 49, just inside Indian territory here.
We had a lineman down the field there. He was trying to make a block, and I think he got fortunate not to get a flag on that. But we got twins down at the bottom, one running back in the backfield. Hand off to JoJo.
He's met in the backfield, but he back steps and then runs forward and gets about a 7-yard gain on the play.
And again, we're just chomping them off bit by bit here, trying to get down the field and try to put a score on the board for our Red Raiders.
I like the step JoJo made there. The defender met him in the backfield, hit him at the waist, and he just stepped back and broke free from him and then cut to the side and got up the field for a 7-yard gain. Big play.
These two little backs, if you hit them up high around the shoulders, you're usually not going to bring them down. And that's what happened there. JoJo again gets it. He's trying to get to the outside. He sidesteps a guy, but he don't get about a yard, maybe 2 yards on the play.
They get him by the jersey.
Yep.
And he just wasn't able to break free that time.
Hand off number 6, Brown.
That's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 2 for our Red Raiders.
Ball spotted on the 41-yard line.
3rd down to 2 for the 41-yard.
I'm saying 2, maybe it's a yard and a half. It's about 3rd down and a yard and a half to go here.
We got twins down at the bottom. One tight end with our up back.
We hand off to number
Travion. 2, and he gets the first down. He's trying to get more. He lowers his head there about 10 yards down the field or 12 yards down the field and bowls over a player. And they finally get him out of bounds. Again, he's not one of those players you just tackle. Yep. You just got to run him out of bounds.
Get down to the 25.
And our Red Raiders here, we're trying to knock on the door for a touchdown. Great to see the effort here. And 7 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock.
They're going to spot it on the 26. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds there.
We got a single wide receiver up top, single wide receiver at the bottom. We fake the handoff, and we're going to go deep to number 11.
And it is incomplete. Had good coverage on Dean on the play.
Yeah, he was double covered.
Yeah, had no separation. They had double coverage in on him.
The clock's still running. It's a running clock at this point.
7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball is on the 26-yard line here in Indian territory. And the Red Raiders trying their hardest to get some points on the board here tonight. Vidalia is leading 43-0 over our Red Raiders. We fake the handoff, and Cozy tries to break to the top side.
And it looks like they're going to call a face mask there, and he slung him down by his helmet, it looked like, from where we're at.
Yes, and it is definitely on Vidalia.
Yep. So that'll bring up a first
down.
Personal
foul, face mask, big play there, penalty.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense.
And that's definitely going to set us up for a first down and put us into the red zone for the first time tonight, I think, Joe.
Yes, sir. They marching that on down to about the 13-yard line. Be first down and 10. Ball on the 13 here in Indian territory.
We've got tight end up top with our slot receiver up there. Twins down at the bottom.
And they jump. That's going to be on Vidalia, I believe.
Yep.
Nope,
No,
they
put
called
it on us.
Did our center jump?
False start on the offense.
That's going to back us up 5 yards. It'll be
Yeah, Cozy wasn't ready for that ball.
First down and 18.
So, again, playing behind the chains, and we definitely don't need to be there.
Excuse me, first down and 15.
Yeah. Twins down at the bottom. One running back in the backfield.
Hand it off to JoJo.
And he's following his blockers.
And he jumps over
a
one
line.
guy.
And he gets about 10 yards on the play. Great job by JoJo. Great personal effort. He's doing a great job putting his hand right behind that big lineman that's pulling, and he's following right behind him.
Spot the ball on the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and 7 here for our Red Raiders.
We got Twins up top to the short side of the field. One running back, one tight end.
Hand it off to JoJo, and they meet him in the backfield, but he keeps grinding and pushing, but they're going to pull him back.
Nowhere. And
looks like they're going to get about a yard gain on the play. Maybe, or he either got back to the line. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Sets up a long third down, third and about
so no gain on
7.
the play. So
third and about 7 for our Red Raiders with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Twins up top. We stay in with JoJo in the backfield with Cozy. Fakes it, pulls it.
Oh, when he pitched it out.
And they're going to throw a flag. I think he was across the line before when he threw it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Batting with the keeper, there's a flag on the play.
So he was across the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball.
Yep.
White hat coming over to.
That's going to back us up.
Against us and just put us in a tougher position here.
Cozy trying to make something out of it. Maybe a little bit too much on that effort.
Legal forward pass on the offense.
Legal forward pass is the penalty call on Cozy.
And again, it's a hustle mistake.
It's a 5-yard penalty plus a loss of down, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 11, and we're bringing on our kicking team.
We're going to give Abraham a shot at this again. And this will be about a 30-yarder, 29-yarder. No.
Let's see, the ball spotted on the 21. So, yes, it'll be
31-yarder.
Yep.
Tyron Holder, he's got it down.
Kick is up. And that's good. That puts 3 points on the board for Bacon County, and just excited for these players to get some points here on the board tonight. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. We'll stay on the board. I know they didn't want to go home with that egg.
Yeah, and for Abraham, again, as one of our seniors, to see him get one through the uprights there, and, just like you said, anytime we can walk away, I know we're getting our eyeballs beat out, it seems like, but erase that 0 off the board's a great thing in my mind.
It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling for sure.
And a young man like Abraham, again, we know he missed the one earlier on, but to be able to come back here and just punch it through, and again, just to maybe finish out his senior year here as our kicker. I know he's got a big future coming up for us as goalie out there at the soccer in a little while, but to finish out his football career, that had to be huge and probably made him feel good to have that.
Yeah, and a whole team effort to get down the field to where we were, to put him in a position that he could, to give him a good field goal to make here and not be in a tough position.
That's right.
So the clock is stopped at the moment with 2 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Vidalia leading 43-3. We're setting up to kick off to Vidalia.
It looks like Abraham's setting up for that little pooch kick.
Yep.
Nice high pooch kick. They call for a fair catch, and they're going to get the ball there about the 39-yard line.
So the Indians take over, 1st down and 10, ball on the 39. Clock starts to roll here with a rolling clock, 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. And Heath, I'm just going to go ahead and let's kind of put some points here. I think the number one thing that I want to talk about, Heath, right this minute is there's 26 boys right there that I want to commend.
Oh, yeah.
There's 26 guys that continue to fight and finish this season.
Yep.
And the character that they have built through the trials and tribulations that they've been through this season is something that they will carry on for a lifetime. You know, they've had their backs against the wall, and, you know, it's been a very difficult season for them. I know there's a lot of people out there, you know, would like to see this season turn out much differently. But with the obstacles that they've been faced with, it is what it is. And you know, and that's football.
Yeah.
That's sports in general. You know, we see crazy things happen across all over the U.S. You know, I saw in Alabama had a team lost a bunch of players and they had to forfeit their season. And then you have to pay a fine. You know,
yeah.
like $4,000 a game or something like that. I could be way off, but you know, these boys right here finished the season as Red Raiders. And although it didn't go the way they wanted, they got across the finish line and they finished the race.
You know, it's one of those things, again, we talk about life in general. You know, sometimes the best lessons we learn are the hardest ones.
Yes.
The ones that we just keep facing and they keep coming at us and we keep coming out here and grinding at it, those are the ones that we're going to remember.
Yeah, and I told them, you know, to carry this for the rest of their life. I had an opportunity to speak with them at breakfast this morning, Heath, and I said, you know, one day you guys get married and, you know, it's not going to be love and cupcakes and roses. You're not a whole marriage. You know, you're going to have times that, you know, you'll be unhappy with your wife or you'll be upset with each other. And, you know, and it may be for a day, it may be for a week, it may be for a month. But, you know, you don't want to quit on that. You don't want to quit on your family and your spouse and your wife. And, you know, take what you've learned here. And when you get in these tough situations, you want to finish it. You want to get all the way through and stick through these hardest times when you think the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And but these boys, to me, and again, I told them, are a strong foundation for this group.